How's Armour, and welcome to Workshop Wednesday.
The only thing left in the WESPE now is the transmission, brakes and linkages. But before the transmission can be pulled out, the final drives have to be pulled off the hull sides, and before we can pull those off, the mudguards, or what's left of them, have to be removed. It's a tricky thing to balance saving original nuts and bolts. Most of these are obviously beyond repair, but while it does make dismantling easier just to blowtorch them off, it does mean we'll have to remake them new. If they're tapered, that's quite a bit of time on the lathe machining the head down, and then if we need to use castellated nuts, it means we have to drill a hole in them for a split pin, which no one likes doing here.
Whoa!
Then again, if we go to the effort to save them, then they still have to be cleaned up and checked over to ensure they're strong enough to use again, but that's all part of the tank restoration game. So what happened here was that the rust caused the plates of the mudguards to swell up, placing heaps of pressure on the nut and bolt. When Jesse's cut the nut away, the pressure is relieved quite violently. You can see here that the previous restorers have added in newer metal to where the old mudguard had rusted away, and then use these galvanised nuts and bolts. Needless to say, we won't be reusing these ones.
If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Isn't that the saying?
Yeah.
Any more?
Oh, you're breaking it, Jesse.
Oh no!
We're not sure if it'll be worth incorporating the original remaining pieces of this mudguard into the restoration. Once we get it all apart, we'll have a better idea of their condition and whether it'll be worth the time and effort, or if it'll even be possible.
Jigsaw puzzle for this in here. Probably just going to break off, I would say. This whole corner. Yeah, we'll have to repair all this. This angle line's completely been eaten away.
Yeah, it's gone, eh?
It's pretty rusted. But yeah, look at the pressure that was on them. It was pulling them up that much.
Now this is the only part of the mudguard that makes use of dimple plate. It has all of the tools mounted in the correct place, which is just fantastic. Unfortunately, the actual dimple plate is extremely rusted and wafer thin. The previous restorers have put in a backing plate to strengthen it, but we're not really big fans of this. So again, we're not sure if we'll be keeping this or not. On the plus side, these are all new bolts that the previous restorers put in, so they're easy enough to get out. It will also provide a perfect template if we do have to remake this part of the mudguard.
Look at all this stuff. That's off.
Hot rivets. Not something we see often on German vehicles, and they're a real pain to remove cleanly. It's easy enough to cut the head off, but they take a lot of force and heat to punch through, which will make preserving the original dimple plate, which is already so thin, quite tricky.
Super hard to get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's super at the top to get out.
Oh my god, it's working.
Originally, the dimple plate was one piece, but it's too badly corroded under the support bracket. So we'll cut it here, remove it, and head back to the middle panel.
Cool. That's it. Awesome, thanks, Carl. It's coming.
There's movement at the station.
See it?
Nice.
That off.
The only thing left supporting this last bit of mudguard is this thin piece of metal that protrudes out from the hull. Jesse is going to cut the rivet heads off and try and carefully wiggle it off with a bit of heat. While Jesse was working, Darryl was pulling apart the linkages. I didn't actually film any of this as it was a really long process with a lot of time spent just trying to figure out how it all came apart without doing any damage. In the end, Daryl only had to destroy 2 clevis pins. Now we can move on to the final drives and a whole lot of split pins.
Flame on.
Oh, we'll do this one.
He was just making sure I was paying attention.
Put the end of it there. There you go. This one's playing hard to get. What?
It happens.
Oh, wants to come off already. See
Hey,
that
that's
move?
great. Yeah. Let's see it. Hey, that's pretty nice.
How good is that?
Wow.
And no, it doesn't look like a gasket, or is that just paint that's been on there? How good is that? That is brilliant. That should just bang off now.
For anything that we've really worked on this can before, as well, it's different.
Well, the,
Style completely.
Different again, yeah.
the closest this, oh, yeah, there's a gap there. Feels like it.
Yes. Movement.
Maybe there. Top and bottom.
Yeah.
Might.
Still locked in there.
Whoa!
There you go.
Real good.
Yeah.
Just straight down. Interesting to find out whether these are jacking bolts or what they actually do. They're not very long.
More leverage.
Oh,
That's different.
it's nice to have a manual, Kurt.
It would be nice. Interesting.
We're not 100% sure, but we're almost certain these holes are for jacking bolts. So we take a bit of a risk and give them a try.
God, gotta be close. I think we're close to.
All good?
There it is. Wow, get a load of that, huh? Holy.
How good's the condition? I'm glad to see there's no water or anything sitting in there. That's,
It's a good seal.
yeah. I'm going to roll him over. Still that electrical wire and everything's been wrapped around it.
Yeah.
I'd love to think that that was communication wire that in the field somewhere, but someone out there will tell us.
I mean, it's more likely that this wire's been picked up as it was dragged through a scrapyard, but it's an interesting thought. You can imagine this vehicle having to make a hasty retreat and powering over a command tent and getting a heap of comms wire wrapped around the drive unit. Who knows?
And that's been driven over for
Yeah, that's
sure.
because it's wrapped all the way around everything. So I wonder whether it is something like communication cable. Look how thick, how many times it's been round it, look. Oh, look how much is in there.
Oh.
Look at that. That's it, I think.
If this wire could talk. Maybe it did once.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Now the final drive unit can come off.
I'm going to jack this bolt here in and just keep an eye on here. We're flying a bit blind with this. We don't have a manual on it, so we're just... These bolts here only go through to lock that back plate on, we hope. Alright, here we go. That's opening up. Alright. Looks like that's going to come off nicely. There's stuff dropping out inside, but other than that, that's good.
Just take the weight a little bit.
Yeah, will you? Yeah. We'll see if this shaft comes out.
Nice
Ooh.
breezy.
It's an axle shaft, look.
That's a good sign.
Oh yeah.
So it's just a tube.
Yeah, see those rubber seals are still super flexible.
presence of oil left inside these units is a really good sign. This is where German engineering is proving really helpful to us. Extremely precise and complex, but built to last. If you think the boys earned it, we'd really appreciate your subscription, a like, and maybe even a comment to let us know you enjoyed this episode. But that's all we have time for today. Join us next Wednesday for your weekly tank restoration fix. So until then, I'm Kurt from Oz Armour, and I'll see you on the next one.